And for more, we have Munmun Bhattacharya joining us from Brunei. Well, Munmun, day 2 today, there has to be a sign and exchange of various agreements. And as the PM said, the focus will be on further deepening India's ties with Brunei. What all is lined up?
Yes, Lipakshi. So today is the day of the bilateral meeting between the leadership of both the countries, Sultan Haji Hassan Al Bolkiah, as well as Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This meeting is going to take place at the Royal Palace, which is called Istana Nurul Inam. And this is a combination of two words. Istana is a Malay word, and Nurul Iman is an Arabic word. It means the Palace of the Light of Faith. And this is, in fact, the largest residence that is there in the world of any royal family or of the head of state. It is many times bigger than the Buckingham Palace and the Palace of Versailles, and it's made it to the Guinness Book of World Records also for being the largest royal residence in the world. Now, having said that, the focus, of course, is on diplomacy and substance today, and we expect a couple of MOUs to be signed, and there is expected to be forward movement on a number of sectors. For instance, defense sector is one. We know that there is a growing mutual understanding and strategic trust in the sector between both the sides. You know, I've been talking about how there have been reciprocal naval and coast guard visits of ships to each other's shores, starting at least 2006, and you know it's happened as late as 2024 as well. So in that context, also we expect some forward movement. Remains to be seen whether there will be an announcement of a joint working group there, and we know that there is already an MOU in the defense sector. It was signed in 2016, then renewed for 5 years in 2021. So there is cooperation in the defense sphere. There's participation in defense exhibitions and expositions in defense courses, both online and physical. There's capacity building, there's training. There is joint exercises also. For instance, I'll tell you that in May 2023, India co-hosted the inaugural India-ASEAN Maritime Exercise. Now, in that, 7 countries participated. As I said, India was the co-host. Brunei Darussalam was also one of the members. So there is growing cooperation on the seas. And what happens in these exchange of naval visits is that the best practices are exchanged by both the sides. If there's scope of training, that happens too. There's focus on interoperability. So there's basically a focus on maritime safety, security, on Sagar, which is India's vision of security and growth for all in the region, and on the security of the entire Indo-Pacific region. Now, that is about defense and the strategic importance of the talks. Going forward, there is also focus on trade ties. Trade volume for the last decade or so was around $500 million, but it has come down in recent years. For instance, in the last financial year, it was $290 million. But out of that, bulk of it was hydrocarbons to the tune of $270 million. Now, India wants to have a long-term supply contract for supply of natural gas, particularly from Brunei Darussalam to India, considering that it knows that the demand for natural gas like LNG is expected to grow in India. So India is interested in that sphere. Remains to be seen what position Brunei Darussalam will take on this. If we move forward and if we look at other sectors, then there is, of course, people-to-people ties. There's already an announcement that was made of a direct flight connectivity starting the 5th of November, twice a week, from the capital of Brunei Darussalam, which is the Bandar Seri Begawan, to Chennai. And earlier there was a direct flight, but that was suspended after 9/11, so that connected the capital with Kolkata. But now the direct flight connectivity is expected to resume. We haven't had one for the last 20 years. And of course, the focus would continue to be on Asia Pacific as well.
All right, Munmun, thank you so much for all that update from there.